Dear student, today we shall discuss non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That is, in the short term, it is known as NHL. So, in the previous class, we have discussed Hodgkin's lymphoma, and we shall try to recall the previous classes of lymphoid neoplasm also in the classification and in the similarity between Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and difference as well. Let us try to define the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, it is a heterogeneous group of lymphoid neoplasm arise from malignant transformation of lymphoid cells, especially B lymphocyte and also T cell and NK cell also. So this most commonly non-Hodgkin's lymphoma arise from malignant transformation of B lymphocyte. About 85 to 90% of NHL arise from B lymphocyte malignant transformation, but remaining 10 to 15% it can arise from the malignant transformation in the T lymphocyte and sometime in NK from the NK cell. But here you know the fact that Hodgkin's lymphoma is almost always arise from the B cell. So this is the some first difference between NHL and HLF so far the origin is concerned. The second important fact about the clinical presentation, in both cases, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and Hodgkin's lymphoma, lymphadenopathy is the first and early clinical presentation. The lymph node in both conditions, the cervical peripheral group of the lymph node, especially cervical group of the lymph node is commonly involved. The involved lymph node are either localized or sometimes it is diffuse in nature. It is sought to form in character, discrete in distribution, and the spread from involvement of lymph node from one to another lymph node is slightly different. In case of Hodgkin's lymphoma, it is contagious in spread, meaning by the one lymph node is involved, followed by the second, followed by the third. But in case of NHL, the involvement of the lymph node is disseminated way. It can occur in haphazard way, disseminated way. So this is the nodal involvement of lymphoma and slightly difference between NHL and HL regarding the nodal involvement, although the cervical group of the lymph node is mainly and early involved. But as the disease progresses, in case of NHL, other lymph node like mediastinal lymph node, pelvic lymph node, mesenteric lymph node, abdominal lymph node, they can also be involved by the disseminated spread of tumor. The extranodal involvement and bone marrow involvement are very common in NHL as compared to Hodgkin's lymphoma. The extranodal involvement, especially in case of NHL, the skin, the GIT, the liver, spleen, bone marrow, CNS, they can also be involved due to the hematogenous spread of the tumor, and that is very common, very early, very aggressive involvement is seen in case of NHL, especially in the high grade type of NHL, which is very much aggressive in behavior. But in Hodgkin's lymphoma, it is slightly uncommon. So far the spread is concerned, as you know that NHL is more aggressive, it is rapidly spread from one side to another side, from one node to another node, also in the extranodal tissue. But in case of Hodgkin's lymphoma, spread is generally does not occur, hemogeneous spread is not seen. प्रोग्नोसिस की जहाँ तक बात है, NHL का प्रोग्नोसिस हमेशा बैड रहता है बिकॉज इट इज़ ए हाईली एग्रेसिव ट्यूमर एज कम्पेयर टू Hodgkin's lymphoma. So these are the some fact about the Hodgkin's and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and the important point for the differentiation between non-Hodgkin's and Hodgkin's lymphoma. In case of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, we are mainly concerned here with the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The clinical presentation or behavior is very much variable. It is appear in the indolent stage to the more aggressive stage, and can involve the extranodal tissue very rapidly, very early, to the bone marrow, liver, spleen and CNS. So this NHL is more aggressive in behavior, in clinical presentation. Even if the tumor remains in the indolent stage, in the case of 85% of the cases, the patient has got सीवियर इन्वॉल्वमेंट. अगर पेशेंट इंडोलेंट स्टेज में भी है, अगर इस सिंपल अगर एक नोड या एक कोई एक्सट्रानोडल टिश्यू इन्वॉल्व है NHL में, तो जब तक ये डायग्नोसिस होता है तब तक ये बहुत स्प्रेड किए रहता है. तो इंडोलेंट स्टेज में भी ये ट्यूमर बहुत एग्रेसिव हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ देयर रैपिड स्प्रेड एंड mode of spread. So this is some important clinical nature behavior of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So far the etiology is concerned, as you know, that it is almost always a mysterious disease. It is that exact etiology is still unknown. There are so many factors are playing. We have already discussed in the previous class. The biological agent, the environmental factor, genetic factor are playing the role here. But in case of NHL, two agents are very commonly involved, that is EBV virus, that may lead to the Burkitt's type of lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and sometime it may be associated with H. pylori bacterial infection in case of maltoma, that is another type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But the most accepted thesis regarding the development of the disease of especially non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is based explained on the basis of molecular ground. This has been seen. The cytogenetic study shows that in the most cases of the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, there is abnormal translocation of chromosome. The first cytogenetic defect is that in the form of either abnormal translocation or somewhat deletion in the chromosome. And that abnormal translocation may lead to the overexpression of pro-oncogene present on the chromosome, and that overexpression of the proto-oncogene may lead to the malignant transformation and proliferation of the B cell or T cell, and that may lead to the development of lymphoma, especially non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So there are three stages. First, there is a abnormal translocation, followed by overexpression, followed by malignant transformation and proliferation of the B cell or T cell, that may lead to the either B cell type of NHL or T cell type of NHL. So if this is the major etiopathogenesis mechanism of NHL. And just I give two example here, very common important example that can be asked in the MCQ based examination. The first example of this basis of development of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, that is seen in case of Burkitt's lymphoma. Here, in case of Burkitt's lymphoma, that is very aggressive non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, there is a abnormal translocation between chromosome 8 and 14, 8 और 14 के बीच abnormal translocation होता है, and there is a overexpression of a proto-oncogene known as MYC proto-oncogene, that is present on the chromosome 8, and it is abnormally translocated to the heavy chain locus in the chromosome 14. क्रोमोजोम 14 पर एबनॉर्मली ट्रांसलोकेट होता है, एंड दैट एबनॉर्मल ट्रांसलोकेशन followed by the overexpression of this CMYC proto-oncogene, and that may initiate the malignant transformation and proliferation in the B cell, and that causes development of Burkitt's lymphoma. This is a very common and good example of etiopathogenesis, molecular basis of etiopathogenesis of NHL. एक और उदाहरण हम देते हैं, दैट इज़ द फॉलिकुलर टाइप ऑफ नॉन हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा. इसमें भी वहीं ऐसा ही कुछ खास घटनाक्रम होता है. व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन हियर, देयर इज एबनॉर्मल ट्रांसलोकेशन इज गोइंग टू हैपन बिटवीन क्रोमोजोम 14 एंड 18. किसके किसके बीच? क्रोमोजोम 14 एंड 18 के बीच होता है, एंड दैट मे लीड टू द ओवर एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ एन ए प्रोटोऑन्कोजेन नोन एज BCL2. So the BCL2 is going to overexpressed, and that may lead to the malignant transformation and proliferation of the B cell, and that is associated, that causes development of follicular type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So you are looking here that due to the abnormal translocation and followed by the overexpression of the proto-oncogene, that initiate the development of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. You will be seeing different type of NHL. There is a somewhat changes in the chromosome, and that may lead to the development of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Just we give the two examples. So this is the most accepted mechanism for the development of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. The clinical feature, as you know, that the clinically it is present with the feature of lymphadenopathy. It may be present with the features of B symptom like unexplained fever, weight loss, and night sweating. That is present in Hodgkin's lymphoma also. It is may also seen in case of NHL. The tumor NHL may be in the indolent stage, in the asymptomatic stage, and it sometimes it may be more aggressive stage, and that may involve the extranodal site like bone marrow, liver, spleen, CNS. All organ, extranodal organ can be involved due to the rapid spread dissemination of the tumor. So this is the usual clinical presentation of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So for the classification is concerned, you know the classification of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, that is given on the basis of different basis and the different time. In the previous class we have already discussed the different way of classification of lymphoid neoplasm, NHL also, on the different ground, on the different time. But the most accepted classification is given by the WHO, and it is more recent, and you must follow this classification. And this classification is given on the basis of origin of lymphoma, origin of the lymphoid neoplasm, either from the B cell or from the T cell or from the other NK cell. So B cell neoplasm is slightly, it is more common than T cell or NK cell. So you must go through the book and see the B cell origin lymphoid neoplasm, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, T cell non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and there are different subtype of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma which arise from the either B cell, T cell or NK cell. Just we shall pick up some important non-Hodgkin's lymphoma which is important for your knowledge and for your examination point of view. We shall see later on. But before going to discuss some of the important non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, let us see some of the another important fact about the NHL. The diagnosis of the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is made by again on the different way. The hematological finding in case of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is not so important, because if there is a previous blood picture examination is slightly normal. but till the bone marrow is involved. When the bone marrow will be involved, then the hematological picture will be different, and that will be helpful in the diagnosis. But the most important fact and most important specific tool for the diagnosis of confirmation of NHL is by the lymph node biopsy. So the biopsy material from the lymph node will be histopathologically examined, and we shall able to diagnose a case of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma or Hodgkin's lymphoma. In case of Hodgkin's lymphoma, as you know that the most diagnostic and most pathognomic and most neoplastic cell is known as RS cell. So finding of the RS cell along with the other histopathological examination on finding like other inflammatory cell or lymphoreticular cell along with the RS cell is the most specific diagnosis of Hodgkin's lymphoma. But you must know this fact. एक बात यहाँ पर हमेशा याद रखना होगा कि only presence of RS cell is not diagnostic for Hodgkin's lymphoma. सिर्फ RS cell से ही देख करके हम लोग ये नहीं कह सकते हैं कि Hodgkin's lymphoma ही है. Hodgkin's lymphoma में RS cell मिलता है, ज़रूर मिलता है, लेकिन ये alone RS cell is not diagnostic. You must correlate the clinical finding, other histopathological finding, other lymphoreticular presence of lymphoreticular cell along with the RS cell. That is the diagnostic for Hodgkin's lymphoma. तो सिर्फ RS cell कहना alone for the diagnosis of Hodgkin's lymphoma, it is not good. You must say the RS cell along with the other histopathological finding, other inflammatory cell or lymphoreticular cell along with the RS cell is the diagnostic for Hodgkin's lymphoma. Similarly, in case of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, because इसका कहने का मतलब ये भी है कि because the RS cell can be present in the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma also. It can present in the, especially in the lymphoblastic type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, it may be seen. It may be present in other conditions like infectious mononucleases, like some of the sarcoma or carcinoma. So, although it is a diagnostic for Hodgkin's lymphoma, but alone RS cell is not diagnostic. You must correlate all the finding, histopathological finding, clinical finding, bone marrow finding, then you are able to confirm the diagnosis. Similarly, in case of non-Hodgkin's, lymph node biopsy is the main diagnosis tool. It not only lymph node biopsy is not only helpful in the diagnosis, but it also decides the prognosis of the disease, staging of the disease, subtyping or classifying of the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, and also it is helpful in the deciding the therapeutic measurement, line of treatment for the treating the case of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. एक बार जब तय हो जाता है किस स्टेज में है, तो उसके बाद हम लोग लाइन ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट तय करते हैं कि वेदर इट रिस्पॉन्ड रेडियोथेरेपी, कीमोथेरेपी, इम्यूनोथेरेपी और ट्रांसप्लांटेशन, सब ऑल दिस दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द स्टेजिंग ऑफ the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which is made by the lymph node biopsy, and other finding like a CT scan or PET scan that are also helpful in the staging of the disease. Sometimes if you suspect the CNS involvement, then lumbar puncture should be done and CSF examination is done for the detecting the malignant lymphoid cell in the CSF. So biopsy is the most important, but the other tool like radiological finding, ultrasonography, CT scan, PET scan, bone marrow biopsy is also important, CSF examination is also important for the confirmation of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But among these, lymph node biopsy is very, very important. प्रोग्नोसिस की जहाँ तक बात है, नॉन हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा हमेशा एग्रेसिव है, इसीलिए प्रोग्नोसिस इसका हमेशा बैठ रहा है एज कम्पेयर टू द हॉजकिंस लिम्फोमा. द प्रोग्नोसिस डिपेंड्स अपॉन मेनी फैक्टर, like if the age is more than 60, the prognosis is very, very worst. If there is a presence, a rise of lactate dehydrogenase in the serum blood, if the prognosis will be bad. If the patient is present in the stage 3 or 4 stage, or there is a extranodal involvement of the disease, then prognosis will be very worst. So As you know that in non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, the extranodal involvement are very much rapid and very much aggressive. So that is why it in the prognosis is very poor, and 10 to 15 year of the survival is commonly seen if it is early diagnosed and the chemotherapy is started. Another important fact regarding the NHL is that it has got relapsing and recurrent in nature even after given the chemotherapy or any other therapy. It can reoccur, relapse, because of it is reflected to the chemotherapy. So this is the some important fact as a general, some important fact about the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now we shall see some of the important non-Hodgkin's lymphoma which is commonly seen in day-to-day practice or in the examination point of view also it is important. So let us see some of the important non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. From the B cell origin, the most common non-Hodgkin's lymphoma is diffuse large B cell lymphoma. Diffuse large B cell lymphoma, it is most common non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. जितना भी non-Hodgkin's lymphoma तो ऐसे भी मोर कॉमन है Hodgkin's की अपेक्षा, लेकिन non-Hodgkin's में भी ये सबसे ज़्यादा कॉमन है. About 31% of NHL has seen in the form of diffuse large B cell lymphoma. Generally, this occurs in after the age of 60 years, and they are very commonly associated with EBV viral infection or some of the human herpes virus 8 infection. Mediastinal involvement is common. CNS involvement is commonly seen in this condition. It is almost always a high-grade aggressive non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Dissemination to the extranodal tissue is very rapid and early. So the clinical behavior is almost always aggressive in nature. If you see the affected lymph node, you will be find that it is mainly composed of large diffuse cleaved cell spread in the diffuse pattern in the affected lymph node. The cytoplasm of the tumor cell will be find that it is pale and abundant, and nucleus is prominent, having 1 to 2 more nucleoli also, and immunophenotypically it is seen that it is arise from the B cell. So pan B cell CD marker like CD19 and 20 marker is almost always positive. This tumor is associated with the overexpression of the surface immunoglobulins like IgG and IgM, and light chain IgG IgM का भी light chain का overexpression होता है, and also there is overexpression of BCL2 protein. So that is the molecular basis for the origin of this tumor, that there is what is going to happen, there is a overexpression of the B cell, overexpression of the BCL2 protein as well as the surface immunoglobulin IgG IgM on light chain, especially light chain of type of IgG IgM, and that may lead to the development of this lymphoma. It is almost always aggressive in nature, rapidly involved to the extranodal side. So the prognosis is almost always bad, and the chemotherapy is given to the patient in the different regime like CHOP regimen वगैरह सब चलता रहता है. Now another NHL is known as follicular lymphoma. That is the very early क्लासिफिकेशन में इसी को फॉलो किया गया था. बहुत सबसे शुरुआती क्लासिफिकेशन है फॉलिकुलर लिम्फोमा. और ये फॉलिकुलर लिम्फोमा जो है ये इंडोलेंट होता है. ये इंडोलेंट नॉन हॉजकिन लिम्फोमा में लगभग 3 ही है. कौन कौन है? जो कि ये सिम्टोमेटिक रहता है, नॉट सो एग्रेसिव, इट इज लो ग्रेड NHL. दैट इज फॉलिकुलर, आइदर स्मॉल और लार्ज क्लीव्ड सेल, and SLL, a small lymphocytic lymphoma, SLL, a small lymphocytic lymphoma that is associated with the CLL, a small lymphocytic lymphoma that is associated with the chronic lymphocytic leukemia, So this it is also a indolent type of NHL. And marginal zone lymphoma, that three lymphoma are generally low grade or not so highly aggressive tumor. They are low grade, prognosis is good, and that is the follicular. Another is SLL, a small lymphocytic lymphoma, and another is marginal zone lymphoma. They are indolent in nature and behavior NHL. तो फॉलिकुलर भी सेकंड मोस्ट कॉमन है, ये भी ओल्ड एज में ही देखने को मिलता है. यूजुअली प्रेजेंट विद द पेनलेस पेरिफेरल lymphadenopathy within. Usually it has got waxing and waning in nature. Extranodal involvement is slightly rare here. In case of follicular lymphoma, involved lymph node usually show that the cells, the neoplastic transformed lymphocyte are arranged in the follicular or nodular pattern. The tumor cell is a small or large cleaved cell, and it is positive for pan B marker like CD19 and 20. And cytogenetic study shows that I have already explained here that there is translocation between chromosome 14 and 18. 14 और 18 के बीच एबनॉर्मल ट्रांसलोकेशन होता है. दैट लीड टू द ओवर एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ द प्रोटोऑन्कोजेन BCL2, and that may lead to the development of tumor. All of you know that BCL2 is this proto-oncogene that are involved in the apoptosis. So here, due to the overexpression of BCL2, lead to the protection against apoptosis, and that protection against apoptosis of B cell, and that B cell undergo proliferation and malignant transformation, and that lead to the follicular type of lymphoma. So this is a very common example that proved the molecular basis of origin of NHL. एक और ट्यूमर है जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, एग्जाम में पूछा भी जाता है. यू कैन ऑल्सो नो दैट इज द बर्किट लिम्फोमा, दैट इज मोर कॉमन इन द चाइल्डहुड, and in FAB classification it is given in the L3 stage. There are three subtype of this Burkitt's lymphoma, that is the African type that present with the feature of tumor in the jaw, and the bone marrow brain can also be involved, and they are very commonly associated with a viral infection that is known as Epstein-Barr viral infection. The patient is usually child or adult age group, and usually present along with the lymphadenopathy or jaw involvement. Sometimes your patient complain about the abdominal pain and fullness because of the involvement of the abdomen here. It may be sporadic or it may be immunosuppressive, especially in the HIV infection. अगर माइक्रोस्कोपिक पिक्चर की बात करें तो जो ट्यूमर सेल होता है वो दैट इज़ अ वेरी लार्ज होमोजीनियस लिम्फोब्लास्ट, मोनोमॉर्फिक होता है, नॉन क्लीव्ड होता है, और साथ साथ न्यूक्लियस जो होता है वो राउंड और ओवल होता है विथ प्रोमिनेंट 2 to 5 न्यूक्लियोलाई. द साइटोप्लाज्म इज बेसोफिलिक विथ लिपिड vacuolization is very commonly seen here in the tumor cell, and the mitosis is very much frequent. So the tumor cell, again I repeat here, the tumor cell is large, homogeneous, non-cleaved, monomorphic lymphoblast, जिसमें न्यूक्लियस राउंड ओवल रहेगा, उसमें 2 to 5 न्यूक्लियोलाई प्रोमिनेंटली प्रेजेंट होगा, और साइटोप्लाज्म बेसोफिलिक होगा और वैक्यूलाइज रहेगा because of the lipid presence. So that type of picture is seen in case of in the affected lymph node. It is very much highly aggressive tumor, rapidly progressive tumor. Sometimes the tumor cell are invaded by the macrophages and give a very clear appearance that is known as starry sky appearance. And that is question may be asked in the MCQ based examination. Starry sky appearance in the lymph node is seen in Burkitt's lymphoma. अगर इम्यूनोफिनोटाइपिकली हम लोग देखें तो इट इज़ वेरी मच पॉजिटिव विथ CD19 and CD10. surface immunoglobulin expression is IgM type, and cytogenetic studies show that there is abnormal translocation between 8 and 14 chromosome or 8 and 22, 8 और 22, 8 and 22 and 8 and 14. 8 and 14 is slightly more common, and that may lead to the overexpression of the proto-oncogene known as CMYC oncogene, and that is abnormally translocated to the chromosome 14, especially at the high immunoglobulin heavy chain locus. 8 पर रहता है, 14 पर चला जाता है, और वो कहाँ पर? एट द साइट ऑफ इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन हेवी चेन लोकस साइट, एंड दैट may lead to the overexpression and malignant transformation in the B cell, and that is lead to the development of the disease, that is Burkitt's type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Some of the T cell or NK cell tumor, you must know the name, like mycosis fungoidesis, जिसमें एक सेल का appearance होता है characterized by a presence of cell that is known as Sézary cell, जिसमें cribriform nucleus होता है, scanty cytoplasm होता है, और Sézary cell is present in mycosis fungoides, and that is the T cell type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Very commonly question is also on this topic, mycosis fungoides. Adult T cell type of leukemia lymphoma can be seen, which is associated with the viral infection that is known as human T cell lymphocytic virus HTLV1, and this virus can be affect the human by the blood transfusion or by the breast milk feeding or by the sexually transmitted disease or transplacentally, and that is very important. Anaplastic large T cell type of lymphoma can be seen, and that is very commonly characterized by the documentation of the T translocation of chromosome 2 and 5 and overexpression of the ALK, anaplastic anaplastic kinase, and that may located on the 23 chromosome. So this is the T cell, highly aggressive, highly anaplastic T cell neoplasm, and overall you must know this fact that the T cell type of NHL is always there is very overexpression of BCL1 gene, so that it is not poorly respond. वहाँ पर 2 का हो रहा था, यहाँ पर कौन है? BCL1 chemotherapy, and the surface immunoglobulin expression is IgM and IgG, and you must also know the mental cell immunoglobulin का जो expression होता है वो IgM और IgT type का होता है, and because mental cell lymphoma from SLL, although it is sometimes associated with the SLL or CLL, but the mental cell lymphoma is negative for CD23, differs from the SLL, positive for lymphocytic lymphoma. So these are the some that it is associated with phenotypic marker that causes separation of mental cell lymphoma from SLL. Previously it was included in SLL, but nowadays WHO has separate this type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, mental cell lymphoma, from the SLL or CLL, because immunophenotypic studies show that there are many difference between two. क्या है difference? कि ये किससे associated होता है? ट्रांसलोकेशन बिटवीन 11 and 14 से. दूसरा, इसमें ओवर किसका एक्सप्रेशन होता है? BCL1 जीन का, प्रोटोऑन्कोजीन का होता है. कौन सा सरफेस इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन इन्वॉल्व होता है? GM और GT टाइप का प्रोटीन होता है, और साइक्लिन डी से भी पॉजिटिव होता है, और नेगेटिव होता है CD23 से, जो कि SLL में पॉजिटिव होता है. तो इस तरह से ये डिफर करता है. हाईली एग्रेसिव ट्यूमर है, नो डाउट, बिकॉज इट कैन इन्वॉल्व द बोन मैरो, स्प्लीन, लीवर एंड GIT. कहाँ से ओरिजिन होगा? क्लियर है, नाम से ही क्लियर है कि जो लिम्फ नोड के अंदर जो मेंटल सेल जो कि B सेल से ही कंपोज रहता है, जो लेयर होता है, जो जगह होता है, वहीं से ओरिजिन होता है. तो अराइज फ्रॉम द B सेल ऑफ द मेंटल जोन ऑफ द लिम्फ नोड. इट इज़ नॉट इफेक्टिवली treated by the standard immunochemotherapy. Treatment is almost always not effective here, because the nature of this tumor is highly aggressive, behavior is very much aggressive and rapidly spread to the different sites. So that chemotherapy or immunotherapy is not so effective here. एक और NHL के बारे में हम लोग को थोड़ा बहुत जानना चाहिए, वो है माल्टोमा, म्यूकोसा एसोसिएटेड लिम्फोमा, म्यूकोसा एसोसिएटेड लिम्फॉइड ट्यूमर, जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं माल्टोमा। ये जब लगभग 8% NHL का ऑक्यूपाई करता है, NHL का ही एक वेराइटी है। माल्टोमा जनरली यू नो दिस फैक्ट, दिस इज एसोसिएटेड विथ a bacterial infection like known as H. pylori infection present in the GIT, especially in the stomach. So this tumor is very commonly seen with the H. pylori infection in the stomach, although it can cause other like gastritis, peptic ulcer, but it may also lead to the non-Hodgkin's type of lymphoma in the form of maltoma. But you must know that besides stomach, it can be seen in the other tissue, extranodal tissue like intestine, lung, orbit, CNS, salivary gland, thyroid gland, यहाँ भी कभी कभी माल्टोमा देखने को मिलता है। And that maltoma is associated with the abnormal translocation between 11 and 8. Abnormal translocation between 11 and 8. Generally, it is also seen in the old age group, over than 60 years of the age. Male are very commonly affected than female. And the affected lymph nodes show diffuse infiltration of monoclonal small b lymphocyte, which is negative for CD, which is negative for B cell. So this is a very important histological finding that is seen in case of affected area in the mucosa associated lymphoid tissue. So this is all about maltoma. You must know some important fact about the maltoma. There are other type of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, but you must know the name only. The detail is not so important for UG standard. It is important for the PG standard of the classes. So this is all about non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and all about lymphoreticular disease. From the next class we shall start the another system. I think the disease of respiratory system will be started, and for till thank you.